All right, hello Libras, how are you doing? Welcome in to the your monthly tarot reading. So we are tapping in to the month of February 2025 and getting, information and guidance for you all to help you for your best and highest good. If you're new here, welcome in. Yeah, you can look, I record and post monthly zodiac sign readings for each sign, and then I also do a general weekly reading for the collective. So it's kind of what you can expect. Look out for those videos. If you're interested, Libras, in any type of topics for videos or types, let me know in the comments. This is going to be an interesting month we're moving in here. Just a couple things to call out for you guys. So we are moving, the sun has moved into Aquarius now. We are in Aquarius season through most of February, and then we'll move into Pisces. But I guess the big one is Aquarius season. So this is going to be huge. We have the sun moving into Aquarius, or the sun in Aquarius, and then we also have Pluto in Aquarius. So the combination of those two, we have the sun and Pluto, kind of sun representing life, and then we have Pluto, which kind of represents death and rebirth. This is going to be the biggest Aquarius season of our lifetimes. So be prepared and not to be scared. I mean, to me, this is a great, wonderful thing. I mean, this is going to be great. You can kind of look at everything in different perspectives, but I'm feeling this is good. I think, the thing about this month, things may appear scary or may appear as negative or hard, but that's the deception here, because all of a sudden once something happens or changes this month, I do feel like you're immediately going to see the reason and be like, whoa, this is amazing. Like, you're just going to feel it. You're going to feel the energy change. You're going to feel your emotions lift. So, and then also Mars comes out of retrograde and goes direct on, I think, the 23rd of February. So that's also going to add just that fuel to help move us forward, where in areas where we felt like things weren't moving, or just feeling kind of a lack of motivation. I've been seeing a lot of, there's been a lot of trends, so there's a lot to call out. So I'm saying the trends in like the zodiac reading. So I've noticed since I started these, there definitely is trends, themes, even though everyone's different, every sign's different. One card I'm seeing a lot of is the Chariot card. So that's really representative of that Mars going direct. I do feel like things are going to start to move forward a lot quicker. Another theme is, I've kind of got a block. A theme is around, so there's going to be in the external environment, in the external world. So that's bigger than us. It could be in other people's lives around us, but especially in our governments, our politics, just social media, just the world in general. There's going to be a lot of chaos and conflict going on. And the big guidance for February is to really protect your energy. Be careful at not taking on too much what's going on in the external environment. Because a lot of what we're going to be feeling and going through mentally is actually going to be because of what's going on externally. So it's not really ours personally. So you'll want to do some things throughout the month, again, to protect yourself, put some energy around yourself. Also to like cleanse, purify, whether it's in the shower, just, seeing the water as really cleansing any energy that's not yours. but really being able to see through the deception. Not everything we see is going to be true, right? So we need to be very discerning and protective of our energy. And if we can do that, it's really going to help us to maintain our balance, because this is, this is a big year for movement for, us, each of us personally. So we really need to focus, just kind of focus on you, focus on the right here, right now. Don't get too broad about like future right now, because I feel like things, you may think you know your future or what's going to happen tomorrow or have a plan. But starting this month, there's going to be a lot of things that happen that are almost going to really change the path you're going on. So I wouldn't hold too tightly on things right now, Libras, because things could change at the drop of a hat. So let's get into the reading. As usual, I'm going to pull some oracle cards. We'll see what the foundational energies are and this also, I didn't mention, this applies to Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Libras. Look at that change. Yep. There's definitely a change in the wind here. Success. But that change is going to bring success for you and relaxation. Look at that. I like that. So there might be something for a while that you've been wanting to happen, or you've been trying to accomplish or reach a goal, or some sort of change that is tied to you, what you define as more success in your life. So that change is coming in February. And it almost is like the relaxation piece to me is almost like a relief. Like I do feel a lot of you in your head, maybe some anxieties about, it could be around a job or trying to get out of a job, or just some sort of change in your life that you've been really wanting. And it's the success is like that it's actually coming about and you see it happening, and you almost then feel this like level of relief. Maybe it was stress around money or something, and now it's like, oh, I know I'm okay. I know the stability, I'm going to be okay. And there's that sense of being able to kind of relax and not be as stressed. So let's pull some cards. This, I do want to, I'm using this deck for the first time in readings. So I wanted to, it is the Klimt Tarot deck made by Los Garibo. If you don't know Gustav Klimt, he is a famous Austrian artist back from the late 1800s, early 1900s. And these cards are beautiful. And I pulled this out because I just recently got a piece of art that is Gustav Klimt. It's not actually an original, obviously, because his originals probably cost thousands, even if not millions of dollars. But I got a reproduction, so it's kind of opened me into being drawn to his art. And I'm going to use these cards. I usually don't, because the actual tarot cards, they're beautiful and they have the gold on them, but sometimes the design or the actual art isn't very clear on what the card means. But I'm going to use them. I felt drawn to use them for you, Libra. And now that I looked, a lot of these are actually reversed. So I'm going to, sorry, I should have done this beforehand. But, and that's kind of, I do guide people if you're interested in learning tarot or trying. Definitely recommend getting like the Rider-Waite deck first, because that has really clear art that is like the traditional original art that really represents the actual each card and what it means. These cards can be harder if you don't know what the card means, because they're harder to interpret unless you really know the cards. Okay, let's get going here. So we're using the Gustav Klimt deck for you. Okay, so we have the Hierophant underneath, the Two of Cups, Six of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. Look at this. Here's the Death card I was talking about. And the Chariot, of course. The Chariot has been like coming out everywhere. So what's interesting here, there's this, so this is what the cards underneath are really talking about, like what's unfolding for you, or like what's happening energetically that maybe, again, is kind of supporting what you're experiencing in the external world. So there's something definitely about relationship here, about really, you could be desiring like marriage or a real committed relationship here. I do like the Six of Wands. I do feel like you are overcoming some aspect of maybe love patterns, or, you know, maybe a relationship that was lost in the past. But you're moving towards success in relationship with the Ten of Cups, success just in general in life, feeling more fulfilled. So you're moving towards that. You have the Wands, which again is about overcoming the past, with the Chariot. So you're moving forward. There is a real transformation happening for you emotionally, I feel. There was definitely some lesson in love in the past that you have learned or are learning, which is also part of this transformation. But what's interesting up here, it was like more around, to me, something about abundance or money or work. But underneath, what's really fueling you, maybe even when it comes to work or money, is maybe love and relationship. And really at the core of what you really want, and what you consider success for you, is tied to a successful relationship. All right, let's keep going. We have the Knight of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Five of Swords. So there's definitely these, to me, this is about a pattern that has been very, there's been a lot of heartache to me in your past. It's really tied to a lot of, this could be just a certain relationship or types of people, but there's a lot of manipulation here going on. In this aspect of control. So that could be you as well. Maybe you have a pattern of like needing to control things, but also I feel like there's that mirroring going on. There's a lot of immaturity as well. So this to me is like representing maybe patterns in your connections in the past. You could be dealing with someone like this. But there's a lot of immaturity here. And I feel like there's games. The Five of Swords too can be about game playing. I want to say, Libra, I don't feel like you are completely innocent here. I do feel like when you, also too, when you're tied to people who are also not, you know, again, have their own traumas and wounding, which is the core here. This is the trauma and the wounding. If someone else's starts to like hurt you, I do feel like you tend to react in ways that get pulled into the games, and you start to almost, you know, create the same dynamics and approach it very from an immature level. But I feel like these are patterns. This is the lesson or the transformation you're going through right now. Ace of Pentacles. I like that. So there is a new beginning starting here. Judgment. Yeah, the Judgment is really, I feel like you're really being enlightened. The universe is really coming through hardcore. There's messages coming through, but it's really shining a light on your wounding, and your traumas. I mean, this could go back to childhood. This could cross into alternate lifetimes, but it's finally, you need to really look at this. It's almost like you needing to really see these wounds that are still very active in your energetic body, in your unconscious, for you to be able to move forward and to create new relationships, new patterns that are healthy, that are aligned, getting rid of the old. But I do feel like right now, whatever you've been going through is this Ace of Pentacles. It's opening up a doorway for you to physically manifest something different. The Knight of Wands, or sorry, this is the Page of Wands. So we have the Knight and the Page. So you could also, there's something too about this is a pivotal point for you Libras where you have choices here you can make choices to go backwards and to continue the games, or you can make a choice to go forward. And I feel like the Ace of Pentacles is almost like the universe is providing you a new doorway, but you can't engage in the past behaviors anymore. Otherwise, you're not moving forward. And the Judgment too is about like a fork in the road. The Knight of Wands is too about just really that initial, it's like learning to respond in new ways. It's like the learner's mind, but the Page of Wands is about like being inspired to have new ideas about yourself, about relationships, about love, new ideas about how to move forward and how do you do things differently. But I do feel like you're being inspired right now as well. So there's a lot going on for you. There's a lot energetically. It's like you're still kind of tied to the past, but yet you're also feeling these new creative, inspired creativeness coming through. You may be working on things that are also inspiring you. So there's a lot of new energy coming in to help you kind of, again, move away from the past and move forward. The Devil. So there is that karmic bonding here to these immature dynamics. And the Devil here is, again, the Ace of Pentacles is about, it's time to release these bonds. So if you're still tied to anyone or anything in the past, this is a very karmic bonding. And again, do you want to move forward? You're able to walk through the door, but you have to release. The Devil can't come through. The karmic patterns, the karmic people can't come through with you. Five of Pentacles and the High Priestess. So there's definitely been a lot. There's been some loss for you in the past that's been difficult. This could be relationships. This could also be just feeling really not good in your life in general. I always say that with the Five of Pentacles is I always feel like that's kind of a signifier. I mean, it can be something specific, like you have money problems. But to me, there's this general feeling of just not feeling good in life. Like you're overall just not in a good place. It's been a really karmic period for you. But like the High Priestess, though, I like this with the Knight of Wands. Again, there's this new, these new messages coming in for you. You're really from a soul level or from your higher consciousness getting information and wisdom. I do feel like you're like elevating because of what you've just been through, elevating spiritually. But there is something about, it's like something you're learning around this, like you could personally deal with control issues and really seeing this in a new light to help you kind of overcome. There's a lot of overcoming old patterns that have been toxic for you. Yeah, this is like a emotional transformation here. I just want to get one for the High Priestess here. What's the High Priestess and the Knight of Wands? Just getting a little more. The King of Swords, the Temperance, and the King of Cups. Yeah, there's this like, I think part of what you're learning from a higher perspective is this need to balance your emotional body and your mental body. You may tend to lead more towards, you are Libra, you are an air sign. So the King of Swords kind of makes sense that you may lean more, you know, towards these swords, more, you know, cold and logical and stern and a little stubborn here. You really are like focused on goals and doing the things you need to do and getting there. But it's like this temperance. It's like, but there needs to be alchemy here. There needs to be an alchemization. You need to mix a little of this with emotional fulfillment here. You can't just solely focus on goals, and checklists and doing and communicating in a very cold way and thinking the outcome is going to create a harmonious, balanced outcome. And that's, again, getting these new inspired, like, aha moments about yourself and realizing, like, well, temperance in the middle and the King of Cups, because this is like maturing, right? We're going from the Knight of Wands and maturing to the King of Cups and the King of Swords. So we need some emotional, there's kind of this emotional reconciliation, this integration, but like emotional intelligence, okay? And like realizing like how you are and how you approach things, how it impacts other people here. So you're really, I just feel like there's a lot you're processing, and there's lessons here, there's a lot to process, and you're kind of in this place of like, okay, kind of like that Mars retrograde of like this review, reassessing yourself, your situation, really what you want, how are you going to move forward, and also like not doing the same things over and over again that have been producing the same results. But I do feel like things are going to move forward. Let me get one for the Death card. Yeah, the Three of Cups. There's that emotions again. Emotional transformation. There's an end as well to the Magician. So you are manifesting new connections. This could be a relationship. Also, too, if in the past you've dealt with relationships where there was always a third party kind of in the way of the relationship really working, and that would include potentially like a third person involved in this love triangle. It could be just, again, something in the way. So this could be someone's kids. This could be an addiction. This could be just they're unavailable emotionally. Commitment issues. I mean, any of that can really be a third party that's in the way of two people coming together in harmony successfully. And that's what's ending. And you've really been working through this and manifesting something new that's going to move you forward. All right. Libras, yeah, big month for you. There, again, changes in the air in February. There's really change in the air. I feel like the change will be very good and you'll move forward really quickly if you can take some of the guidance in the lessons of the past and apply, okay? But there's like a spiritual revolution happening for you, emotional as well. So just take care of yourself. I would say really take care, because I feel like you're going through a lot. Take care of yourself, rest, nurture yourself, rejuvenate. Don't work too hard. Don't just be focused on the checklist and really, being the workhorse, but, take some time to do things you like to do, and you don't want to overdo it, because I think that's another lesson here. Like I said, being too much in the head and not enough in the nurturing, and nurturing yourself. I think maybe you didn't know how to nurture yourself in the past, and maybe you thought you did, but nurturing yourself is really loving you, loving the little child in you. What is this little child within you asking and yearning for right now? And maybe they want to play. Maybe they want you to play. So do that. Because those are the things that people don't realize. Those are huge transformational changes that are going to initiate more change than us just being like, oh, I need to work on, this is my goal, and here's the list of to-dos I need to do to get there. You know, just doing the little things of like, people don't realize maybe just playing, spending time and focusing on play in my life and fun is going to get me to my goal faster, because it's shifting the energy. All right, Libras, happy Valentine's Day. Maybe, you know, buy yourself a special gift or take yourself out. If you're single, if you're in a relationship, share the love with your person, you know, really take that time out. But have a great February, and I'll see you in the next reading, Libras.